Let me save you time, money, and a whole lot of frustration. If you're about to buy an EA online, then this video could be the difference between you blowing an account or building long-term success, because most of them aren't what they seem. This video, what you're about to see, is taken directly from my course Automation Trading Mastery, where I'll teach you how to purchase EAs safely online, the red flags to watch out for, and most importantly, if it doesn't perform how it's claimed, how to get your money back. But look, please let me know in the comments if you've happened to find an EA that is one of those rare gems out there that works nicely. Please let us know. I'd love to hear it. Now that you've started this journey, you're probably aware you're getting Facebook ads, everything about these bots that are available. And that's what got me into it at the very beginning, actually. They use super clever marketing and it just makes it look like automation's the best way to make some money. But as you've been going through this course, I'm sure you can see that it's just not as simple as plug and play and you've got an ATM printing you cash. Otherwise, everyone would be doing it. That said, however, this course is designed to show you how automation is possible, but yes, it does need a little management. Now, purchasing EAs online, like I say, you've probably seen a lot of adverts, and I just want you to bear in mind, keep that open skepticism. I always believe there's a lot of benefit in holding that skepticism because you see, when I'm on calls with people when they want to find out, they have an amount of skepticism, and that's understandable, especially with the Forex market. But then when people join and commit, it's almost as if they forget this, like the downside, and it's just all up and excitement takes over. And because of that, they can just lose a bit of track of reality. And I don't mean that in a horrible way. I'm just mean in an excited way. Life can change, all the potentials and possibilities, because they forget about the downside. So actually, having a healthy amount of skepticism is good. So why am I telling you this? Well, because I've tried a lot of EAs and most of them don't claim anything, not even 50% of the claims. So when we're looking for them, maintain that healthy skepticism and protect yourself. Now you can see here I've got on the screen Google. I've just done Expert Advisor Forex Trading Robot, and we're going to have a look at some that are available. There's many, okay, but we're going to break things down. Now if I scroll down here, there was one I clicked on the other day. It just happened to be, I think it was this Forex Flex. Now there's no recommendations. I haven't tested this, so just please be careful. But let's talk about when I did this with the recent course meetup. I just talked, this was the example that I gave. So first of all, you can see here they've got some nice juicy MyFX book results, which you can click on. And it tells you, it summarizes it here. Gain is nearly 400 and nearly 500% with a drawdown of 44%, daily 0.1%, monthly 3.2. Now, look, that's not bad. If that was, if the drawdown was a little lower here, like maybe 20%, and it was doing 3.2% a month, that's not shabby at all. But the drawdown there is, would make me question. But look, let's check this one out. 221% with a drawdown of 35 and a monthly profit of nearly 5%, even better. So, this, even the packaging just makes it look good. The MyFX book verified with a big tick giving you the assurance. 30 days money back guarantee, that's important. We'll look into that. And all these graphs which make it look like, life's easy peasy, and but the whole, the drawdown, this like yellow dip here in equity, that's probably a bit of a nervous time for people. So whilst, again, going back to our human emotions, we focus on the plus sides, this right nice red curve. Like it's dipped even here, so you can see that it's actually took a loss, and this one has as well. So, just be careful. And I'm just talking, I'm just as much of a sucker for it as anyone else. And like I say, that's how I got into it. So before we click into this, I want to bring you back to this box. 30 days money back guarantee. That is super important. This is what I always do if I've ever bought them. Make sure they have a money back guarantee. And number two, make sure you pay for it with a credit card. Now, this is in the UK, but I'm sure there's similar international, like in the US or wherever in Europe. For in the UK, we're protected by, I think it's called Section 71 or something, credit card claim drawback. So if, do a quick Google of it, or, people are using AI now and just get them to summarize it. But if the product doesn't do what it claims, then you can apply for a refund. Now, I've had this before and I've applied for refunds with certain EA developers and I've got it straight back. I've never had to go for a credit card. But that said, always pay with a credit card, because if you pay with your debit card and they decide not to refund you, good luck getting your money back. Whereas with the credit card, they've got to argue with MasterCard or Visa rather than yourself. So they're going to give in, to the payment processor. They don't want to be struck off or be blacklisted or any bad mark. So if it's not doing what it claims, you are rightfully able to get your money back. And that is probably the most important point to take home. Okay, so let's have a look at one of these ones then. So we'll click onto this. And now you're familiar with my FX book, we can have a look. So it's saying here it's a real account, which is good. But what's catching my eye is this. You remember when we authenticated? Why is it? Why is the track record not green? Greek trading privileges. So it's verified. So it's proved that it says they put the investor password in. But why not the track record? Why isn't that lit? We've been through those steps, and you can see how easy it is. Now the next thing is the live update. You remember the data isn't streamed live. So first of all, this data here, especially the drawdown, may not be correct. If you are having a live update, you've got the best possible. It's not always absolute bulletproof, but you've got data live streamed. So this gives you the best sort of transparency. Now, for me, my question raised in my head, that healthy skepticism is, if they've got an EA that's made 500% since June 2020, why on earth aren't they paying $60 a year to have that live update so you can prove to your customer beyond any doubt? Well, actually, it's not beyond any doubt, but you want to give the best opportunity and show complete transparency. And if you're making that much wedge, why aren't you paying $60 basically? Now we can see they've deposited $45,000 in total. So they've deposited 10,000 here. I don't know what they started off with. It's not registered, and they've done another 10,000 and 9,000. They probably that 9,500 whatever was probably to round up. So you're looking 30,000 in total and another 10. So 10, 10. Sorry, that's 40. Yeah, they've done 40,000. So deposits of 45,103. They probably started off with 5,000 and deposited that additional 40. They've withdrawn 14,000, which you can see up here. Boom, boom, boom. So, that's fair enough. They're withdrawing a profit. That's what I teach. So, yeah, there's no doubt, there's no questions there. But, yeah, the big one for me is that. However, if we scroll down, it's not been trading this week, month, or year. Questions. Profit factor, it's above 1, profitable. If we go to 2024, December 24 was the last month it traded. But you can click on these tabs here. Like, it's nothing brilliant there, but there's brilliant stonking month there, 2023. Again, they're showing the minuses, so that's not bad. It's showing that it does take losses as well. Yeah, It looks pretty decent, to be fair. I'd just be like, why haven't you been running it since? And then you can click on history. Now, again, some people who are selling their EA, they hide the history. Here you can see it. You can see the currency pairs it's trading and the open date, the close date, the duration. So this looks like it's more of a swing trade, i.e. long term. Can you see this here, the days? So something to consider. Like if that's not your trading style, if you like something quicker and quicker profits, like Martingale, the one that we use with Profit Pilot, I use it on a 1 minute, ching 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 ching, ching, like little movements. You know, some of you may not want to wait 5, 10, 20 days. I mean, there's some here 47 for all this profit. But the fact they've got the history and you can see it is reasonable. It's that's a level of transparency. Again, you get many who don't. So that's just a live sort of dissection of what I'd be looking at. And if we go back to it, that could be worth something looking at. But you got your 30 days money back guarantee. Yeah, maybe. Now there are many others if we go back. This is one that seems to, I mean, these must pay, Forex Fury must pay a hell of a lot of money on Google Ads because you do see them a lot and it says, ranked number one. I've seen this around for many years. Looks like, I mean, look at that website. It looks super slick. Um, so nice. Like, I love the colors. It's clean, professional. It's saying it's verified by my FX book. So again, let's click on this. Right, it's running the Aussie US dollar. It's done 100% since October 24, and we're now in March, 17th of March 25. So yeah, 16% monthly. Drawdown 30. Again, why isn't that? If they're paying Google Ads, why aren't they paying this? Beggars belief. If you're making, if I was to sell something, I sure as shit want everyone to be like, again, healthy skepticism is fine. I want to be sort of reassuring people you're the real deal. So that's just me anyway. But this year it said it's made 4.27%, so it seems like it's slow. Profitability 100%, 16 out of 16 trades. So what this is telling me is 16 out of 16. Freaking hell! Like fair play. Um, that's telling me that this isn't a martingale straight off, and it's telling me it places one single trade just from my experience. So let's take a look. Yes, so the Aussie US dollar, and as you can see, this one was opened on the 24th of the 2nd. This one was opened on the 5th of the 2nd. So okay, open trades. Oh, open trades are private, so they're not showing, which is fair enough. They just probably don't want people taking like because you could have someone you could follow that if it was open and just take signals if it was sort of doing 100%. It makes sense to maybe follow this, and when they have a new trade, get an alert and copy it. So that's understandable why they keep that to the cells. But look, you can see the pips, the profit, the percentage gain. Sweet man, like that's not, you see the lot size that they're placing. So it's 10 lots. It's only doing like 5 pips. Very small moves. That one's 40 pips nearly. So it looks like it's a scalping bot as well. Like it'll probably just like bang. But that one was going for 1 day. But look, 11 seconds. So it looks like a scalping bot. But then it looks like this one here to me maybe it just got in a bit of trouble, but it never hit a stop. Um, it doesn't give the stop loss and take profit information. Maybe they hide that. I don't know why. That doesn't look too shabby. So the questions on this one: why aren't you live update? Because that drawdown figure might not be 30%. Let me explain why. If you don't have live update, my FX book doesn't constantly stream with the servers of like MetaTrader 4 or 5, your broker server. So because it doesn't stream. Let's say this was my account, and it's when you look at yours where it says updated just out, down here, sometimes it might say 4 hours ago. Now, what happens if there was a news event? It went into 80% drawdown, say, recovered, and then my FX book sent that request, and it was 30%. So that's one of the shady games I think people play. So yeah, and look, even if it is live update connected, it might have only been connected here, so it might have missed all the shit, like all the bad drawdown, and you're like, oh wow, it's been in 5% drawdown, like in its live update. Just remember that, keep that healthy skepticism, and I hope I'm not blowing your mind. I'm just speaking out loud what's going on in my head, basically. The thoughts I think when I'm looking at them. So this one, look, that was Fury AU, Aussie US dollar, Euro US dollar. Like you can click on these and review them. Yeah, that one, yeah, they look sweet. It's claiming it's ranked top one, the first one. Here's your license fee, free updates for life. You know, client testimonials. I mean, it could be genuine or not, but there's no it's saying new set files monthly. You could, I mean, you could check, you could read all these recent posts and see if you like the idea. You could even do a search maybe for what's that rating website? Forget the Trustpilot. Say if you're Forex view, let's give it a go. Here we go. So there's quite a lot of 1 stars to be fair. Okay. There's some people saying it by the 2 months it loses trades more than winning. Um, yeah. So the only thing that is getting my attention with that one is no money back guarantee. Now, what you could do, even though there's no money back guarantee, pay with your credit card. And if you're not getting those results, say you could click on that and you could prove it, and it's saying you're getting that. And if you're not even getting 50, like I'd be happy with 50% of that, but if you're not getting 50%, you could try it, no guarantees, but you could say to your credit card company, they aren't um, it's not claiming what it said it would do. So under that section 71, they're not providing the product you paid for, which would be reasonable. But again, I can't give you any guarantees there. So that's Forex Fury. There's loads. So yes, to summarize then everyone, just be very careful. Um, Always have that open skepticism. If they do share my FX book data, make sure they don't just send you a screenshot, because you can't make static changes with the figures on a website and make them fix them. So make sure you go directly to a website of theirs. Make sure, if it's, ask them why it's not live connected. There's so many people try and pull the wool, because these guys who are selling you the software don't care if you make money or not. All they're interested in is selling the software. That is it. And they don't have an interest. Many in Forex game don't have an interest in longer term relationships. So just be careful. Um, wow, nearly 20 minutes, guys. I hope you found this I hope you found this of benefit. Just be very careful, and hopefully you find a gem and you can share it with us all. All right, catch you in the next lesson.